Alright, let's cut through the noise and get straight to the facts. On August 20th, Tidal Trust II submitted a Form N1, a post-effective amendment to the SEC. Now most people would gloss over this bureaucratic jargon, but here's what this really means. They're asking for permission to create the Defiance leveraged long plus income XRP ETF. But here's where it gets absolutely insane. This isn't just another ETF. This is a leveraged ETF offering 150% to 200% exposure to XRP's daily price movements. Think about that for a second. If XRP moves up 10% in a day, this ETF could move 15% to 20%. That's not just exposure, that's amplified exposure on steroids. Now you might be thinking, TJ, leveraged products are risky, why should I care? Here's the genius part. They're not just offering leverage. They're implementing an options-based income strategy using credit call spreads. This is Wall Street sophistication meeting crypto volatility, and it's designed to do two things: manage risk and generate yield. Let me paint you a picture of what this really means. Imagine you're a pension fund manager controlling billions of dollars. You've been watching Bitcoin ETFs pull in massive flows, you've seen Ethereum ETFs launch, but you've been sitting on the sidelines with XRP because you can't trade on margin. Suddenly, this ETF appears and hands you a regulated, leveraged way to get XRP exposure without breaking your compliance rules. Hold up. If this information is already changing how you think about XRP's institutional potential, smash that like button right now. And if you're not subscribed to TJ Crypto World yet, what are you waiting for? I'm literally giving you front row seats to the biggest crypto developments before they become mainstream news. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell because you don't want to miss what's coming next. Now let's talk about who this is really targeting, because this is where the story gets fascinating. Tidal Trust isn't going after retail investors with this product. They're going straight for the institutional jugular. Pension funds, insurance companies, retirement accounts, the kind of money that moves markets permanently. Here's what most people don't understand about institutional investing. These massive funds have strict mandates about how they can invest. They can't just hop on Binance and buy XRP with 10x leverage. They need regulated products, they need compliance frameworks, and they need sophisticated risk management. This ETF gives them all three wrapped up in one package. But here's the kicker. The primary investment objective isn't income generation. It's long-term capital growth. That means they're betting on XRP's price appreciation over time, not just trying to collect dividends. And we're already seeing proof of concept work. The Teucrium 2X Long Daily XRP ETF that launched on NYSE Arca has been absolutely crushing it. We're talking about over $400 million in assets as of August 2025. That's not just adoption, that's validation that the market is hungry for leveraged XRP exposure. Think about the liquidity implications here. When institutional money flows into these ETF structures, it doesn't just sit there. But this is happening against a backdrop that most people aren't paying attention to. The regulatory environment in Washington is shifting dramatically. Ripple's settlement with the SEC earlier this year removed a massive overhang that had been crushing XRP since 2013. And here's something that should make every XRP holder pay attention. SEC Chair Paul Atkins has been signaling a much more crypto-friendly approach. Let me zoom out for a second and show you the chess game that's being played here. We've seen spot Bitcoin ETFs absolutely demolish expectations, pulling in tens of billions in assets. We've seen Ethereum ETFs launch successfully. But XRP? XRP has been the sleeping giant. The demand for spot XRP ETFs is building massive pressure in the system. Analysts are pointing to October as a potential approval timeline, and when that dam breaks, we could see institutional FOMO unlike anything crypto has experienced. But here's where it gets really interesting. Ripple's partner SBI Holdings is also working on their own XRP ETF. We're not talking about one product entering the market. We're talking about an entire ecosystem of institutional XRP investment vehicles. And this leveraged ETF from Tidal Trust? It's not competing with spot ETFs, it's complementing them. Think about it from an asset allocation perspective. An institution might put 2% of their portfolio in a spot XRP ETF for stable exposure, and then add 0.5% in a leveraged ETF for enhanced returns. That's how sophisticated money thinks. The bridge between traditional finance and digital assets isn't being built with individual crypto purchases, it's being built with these regulated, institutionally friendly investment vehicles. And XRP is positioning itself to be a major beneficiary of this transition. If you're starting to see the massive implications of what's happening here, I need you to do two things right now. First, absolutely demolish that like button. This kind of analysis takes serious research, and your likes help me know you want more content like this. So what should you be watching for? 3 critical developments. First, the SEC's response to this filing. The approval timeline will tell us everything about how serious the regulatory shift really is. Second, watch for similar filings from other asset managers. When BlackRock or Fidelity starts filing for leveraged XRP products, you'll know the floodgates are about to open. Third, monitor the asset flows in existing XRP ETF products. The Teucrium success story at $400 million is just the beginning. When we start seeing billion-dollar inflows, that's when XRP's price action could become truly explosive. The writing is on the wall. Institutional adoption isn't coming, it's here. And XRP is positioning itself to capture a massive share of that capital. That's a wrap on today's deep dive into the XRP leveraged ETF filing that could change everything. I hope this breakdown helped you understand not just what happened, but why it matters for the bigger institutional adoption story. Your engagement means everything to me. Every like, every comment, every share helps this channel grow and allows me to keep bringing you this level of analysis. If you found value in today's content, I have an entire playlist of institutional crypto adoption videos that will blow your mind. The link is right here, and trust me, after watching those, you'll never look at crypto markets the same way again. Until next time, this is TJ from TJ Crypto World, reminding you to stay informed, stay ahead, and keep building your crypto knowledge. I'll see you in the next one.